Imagine you are in a conference or a seminar and you get asked the same questions over and over and over again. It can get a little boring, right? And you just want to get out of these kind of conversations. Everyone you meet has a treasure hidden inside them. Everyone you meet has a beautiful story which is just waiting to be told. But how do you make these deep connections with people you've just met? Hi, my name is Edith. On this channel, I share tips, strategies, and resources to help you to excel in your personal and professional life. In this video, I'm going to share with you 20 questions you can ask in order to spark meaningful conversations with anyone and to also stick in the mind of your conversation partner. Before we start looking at the 20 questions, I want to share with you some rules for sparking an inspiring conversation. The first one is to show genuine interest in people. So when you meet someone and you're genuinely interested to get to know them and to know what they are doing, it just comes naturally to you that you will be curious about what they do. And so the first rule of having an inspiring conversation is to show genuine interest in others. The second rule is to ask meaningful questions. So what is a meaningful question? A meaningful question is a question that makes a person to think about him or herself in a new way or to perceive the world in a different way. So when you ask people about their personal experiences, it doesn't require any effort to come up with the answers, so you are sure to have a favorable response. Another area of questions that you can ask is expertise. People love to talk about what they do and what they are good at. So if you ask questions around people's expertise, that's sure to lead to a good conversation. Another area where you can ask questions is to ask people's opinions about certain things. Everyone has an opinion about something, so if you ask about people's opinions regarding certain topics which are not intrusive, that's another way you can spark a meaningful conversation. You need to use compliments and positive comments. So when you meet someone and they make positive comments, you just have a good feeling about them and you want to speak to them rather than someone who just starts to complain and say negative things. Avoid topics that are related to politics, religion, or these uncomfortable topics that people would usually not want to share with anyone. Then if you're asking somebody about such specific topic and the person doesn't have the required knowledge to answer you, they would feel uncomfortable and so they will withdraw from the conversation. So avoid topics related to politics and specific topics that require people to think too much. Another thing is avoid asking questions that spark negative emotions in people. So for example, if you meet someone and you ask them, what do you hate most about your job? Or did you regret doing a PhD? All these questions that make people think about the negative aspects of either their job or whatever experiences they had, they wouldn't feel very good and comfortable. And so then this conversation isn't going to go very far. So avoid questions that spark negative emotions. So now let's dive into the 20 different questions. The first question is, what interesting projects did you get to work on while you were at Amazon or UCC or wherever the person is working on? What advice would you give to your younger self? What is one book or movie that you think everyone should see? What is the most important advice you have ever received from your parents? If you could eat only one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? If you did not have to work, or if you had to quit your current job, what would you rather be doing? What changes have you observed in yourself in the last 10 years? What are you most proud of in your life? What does a perfect weekend or vacation look like for you? Wow, you've achieved so much. What is your next big goal? What is the greatest adventure you have ever embarked on? What do you do in your free time when you are not working? Do you have any persons who inspire you or someone you look up to? Imagine that you had 25 hours in one day. What would you do with the extra 1 hour? How did you end up in this field or in this position or in this job? What was the most exciting part of a recent travel? What was your childhood dream? Is there a place apart from your hometown where you love the most or are very connected to? What is your opinion on paper books versus ebooks? What was your experience moving to a new country all by yourself? So which of these questions do you like the most and are sure to use in your next conversation? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any other interesting questions to spark meaningful conversations, share them in the comments.